Hey folks, Adam here, and as a travel blogger, I've been all around the world and I've got some great tips for you. Now, just in the last couple weeks, I was in a 7-star resort in China, I was in Tokyo, I was lost in Thailand, I was in Kabuchiko Tower, Pattaya, Cancun, Shinjuku, Thailand again, Colombia, and of course Cancun again. And you know what? I don't know all those languages, but fortunately, I have this right here, and I'll tell you what, this is very cool. So what is it? It is the Timekettle. This is the T1 translator, and I tell you what, this is a breeze when it comes to traveling the world and learning, meeting friends, not getting ripped off, and having a whole lot of fun. So if you're like me, you're going to want to pick one of these up because this is a revolutionary device that works anywhere. It works offline and it comes with access to the internet worldwide. So that's really cool. It'll translate into dozens of languages, dozens more of dialects, and this will do everything you need from telling time, both back home and abroad. It'll tell currency exchange, both back home and abroad, and it will even translate in real time. It'll take notes, it'll take a picture of a foreign sign and translate that as well. So folks, let's go ahead and check it out and kick it off right about now.
Así que amigos, sigamos adelante y veámoslo y comencémoslo ahora mismo.
Isn't that awesome? All right, folks, so we're going to give you a brief introduction to some of the options here. Now, you can have a chat translation, and imagine putting this in the middle of the table and you speaking one language, someone else speaking another language. In this case, you just click the button right there, and it's going to translate in real time, say Spanish and English. So very straightforward there, and hopefully we'll show you a few examples. Obviously, we're not going to show you everything. You can do a quick voice memo as well. You can translate. You can just have listen mode where it's going to listen and translate for you. Very straightforward there as well. It's going to do English to Spanish. So if I'm talking English, this will translate to Spanish. So very straightforward there, and it does it in real time. We'll do your history, a user guide, and your settings. Of course, we're going to jump over here to the first screen, and this is giving us a exchange rate, and you can pick the country that you want. So say we're in Brazil. We want to know what the exchange rate is for 100 US dollars. And in Brazil, that's going to be 548. So how cool is that? It'll also show us our time difference. You can pick, say I'm traveling to Tokyo. Of course, you can pick the city, country, whatever that you want, and it'll tell me the time back home. Very neat. Common expressions are going to be very helpful. Say you're at the bank and you can have your common expressions like where's the ATM, and you can just press play. It'll speak that in the language of your choice. Hotels, restaurants, and attractions to where you're covered.
Is there a discount for children's tickets?
Okay, and you can obviously pick the language you choose. You don't have to do it in English, but you can if English is a second language. Asking for directions, in SOS mode. You've got offline translation, where if you don't have access to the internet, still good. Language packages that you can download, all included. Look at that. Look at how many different downloadable language packages we have here. Japanese to Korean, Russian to Italian, just a lot of cool things here. Got your photo translation. So this one is really neat. We may have to show this as an example, but you can take a picture of a sign and it'll translate the sign for you. Or maybe a novel or a postcard, whatever you want to translate, you can do that. A note from somebody. One-click translation is also fantastic as well. So with that, we're going to go ahead and I'm going to speak English. And in this case, it's going to come out in Spanish when we showed you that earlier. What time is it?
¿Qué hora es?
And that was very quick. Now that's really good for somebody who is just learning a language and you want to get better at it. I wonder what the difference is if you say that in Brazilian, right? Portuguese from Brazil. So we're going to do our one-click translation. What time is it?
¿Qué horas são?
Similar, but different. Isn't that neat? All right, so we've got a lot of options there. Got a chat translation, like we said, the voice memo, the history, the listen mode, everything ready to go at a touch of a button. And this thing is super easy to use. And just as an example, we have our chef here who only speaks Spanish. So I'm going to ask her, what time is dinner? What time is dinner?
¿A qué hora es la cena?
A las 6.
She says a las seis, which is 6 o'clock. So that's really easy. So this is a really cool device and I'm very excited about it. Folks, I also love that I can use this to translate my favorite TV shows, newscasts and broadcasts, even sports from other languages.
Muy bien. Ok, ustedes están demandando a Lida y Alejandro. Explíquenme por qué y qué exigen para resolver el caso.
Doctora, gracias.
All right, with that being said,
You're suing Lita and Alejandro. Explain to me why and what you're demanding for rest.
all right, so this is a court TV show, and it looks like Lita and Alejandro are being sued, and they're about to explain why they're getting sued. So this is really cool that I can use this to translate in real time. All right, folks, let's go ahead and pretend that I'm in Tokyo. I want to know what this sign says. Well, a simple click of a button. It says late night. Oh, wonderful. So now I know that this is a late night establishment. And let's have a little fun here. This is Shinjuku, a place I visited recently. Let's go ahead and see if we're able to translate the signs on the street. Kabuchiko, First Avenue. So that's cool. I never knew what that said. Now I know that this is Kabuchiko. And really, I want to know what this sign says from Thailand. There seems to be a monkey throwing something. Let's go ahead and get a picture and figure out what this is trying to tell me. Are you ready? It says, well, I'll have to zoom in for this, beware of stone-throwing monkeys. Well, I'm glad that I know that because I was not expecting stone-throwing monkeys. Of course, folks, I kind of like the listen mode. So this will go ahead and listen to me. In this case, it is translating whatever I say immediately to Spanish, so you can read it on screen if you're a Spanish speaker. That can be very important, and it's not announcing it to the rest of the world. You can just listen in and see what's going on. That's pretty cool, and it's doing it in real time. This is much faster than any other device that I've had the opportunity to use. So this is fast. Muy rápido. Of course, the voice memo is very important as well, so you can take notes for yourself. Make sure to publish my latest video on the 17th. And then we can go ahead and save it. So there's a lot of functions and a lot of use for this. These voice memos could come in very handy. So folks, this is very cool as well. You can have a two-way conversation with somebody in another language. So in this case, Amy's going to join me. She's going to be speaking English and I'll speak Spanish. Hola, ¿cómo estás?
How are you?
Good. How are you?
¿Cómo estás?
Bien. So yeah, folks, that's really cool that it'll go ahead and translate a conversation easily back and forth between myself and another person in another language. All right, folks, so the bottom line is this is a very powerful device that you can do exchange rates, have conversations, and this thing is absolutely fantastic. The fact that it works on and offline with dozens of languages, so many different dialects, and it's easy to use, great touchscreen, full color, and boy, this thing has a powerful battery that you won't want to miss. So next time I go to Thailand, next time I'm traveling the world with Amy, next time I'm on a world's greatest adventure, you're going to see me with this. And I'm going to know the currency, the time, and how to communicate in the local language. That's so exciting. I cannot wait for you to try it out as well. So go pick one up. You're going to love it. And thanks for watching. Now stick around for the up close portion of the video where you get to see this little device up close and personal. All right, folks, now it's time for our up close portion of the video. It's a Timekettle T1, it's brand new AI translator, allowing offline AI translation without even access to the internet. And this thing will work on the network anywhere in the world. So I really, really appreciate this as somebody who travels a lot. Okay. So a great brand. We've all heard about Timekettle. I've been using them for a long period of time. And this is really advanced when it comes to the AI engine for offline AI translation, globally stable. 2 years of online translation and data included in this. And ask/chatting, multiple translation modes, very easy to use. In fact, it's super intuitive. It has world time, real-time exchange rates, and multi-functions to where you can jump through. Now, the offline translation is 31 language packages, including English, Chinese, Japanese, Russian, German, Korean, and even Spanish, Italian, French, everything Thai. Yeah, it's got all those languages, so you are covered. Okay, and as we zoom in here, you can read a little bit about that. Move this to the left for you. And the online translation, 40 languages, 93 accents, Cantonese, Hebrew, Hungarian, Polish, Turkish, Arabic, Hindi, even languages I've never heard of, Filipino, Malaysian. Well, that would come in handy, right? So if you're a world traveler, this is a device for you. It's got 4G storage for RAM, 4G RAM, ROM, 32 gigs, so this thing is packed with power. It's lightweight, weighing only a few ounces. And yeah, this is the Timekettle T1, and this is a wireless data terminal that's going to blow your mind. Recharges with USB-C, and it has a 1500 mAh battery for you, and a 1500 mAh battery for me. So yeah, Timekettle just doing great things, and they've really advanced the technology here. Also included is this little package here. I'm going to open it up. This is your USB-C for charging, as well as your lanyard for folks that want to go ahead and carry it on the wrist. It does come with a very nice lanyard, high quality. You can tell even the little things. They put a lot of thought into getting a braided lanyard. Of course, we have our USB here. This is going to allow it to charge quickly with USB A to C, a nice white cable. And then coming up next, your instruction manual, everything you need. Translator manual to where you can use it. Has the listen mode, ask for directions mode, chat translation, offline translation, translation settings, photo translation, that's just super fun. One-click translation, AI translation. Yeah, this thing has everything that you could want. A lot of translation functions. And yeah, the instructions are available in a variety of languages. And then the piece de la resistance, the item itself. This is what you've all been clamoring for. You have on and off for online and offline translation. So you can translate on or offline. Your language packages, Chinese to English, English to Spanish. And it shows you how you can download a bunch of them, all included in your data package. So that's nice. You see that right there. Okay, so really a fantastic device. Now in the up close portion of the video, we'll show you the buttons. There's your press to talk, and you can pick the language you want it to listen for. Okay, easy go to sleep right there and wake. And yeah, I like the fact, and I've already noticed that even with my fat fingers, this is able to recognize my fingers. So they've got a very high quality touchscreen. Now you've got your photo translation right here, where you can take a picture of a sign or something accordingly. I actually like that a lot in Thailand. When you go to the bars, sometimes you have to read the sign and see what it is. Japan was fun too, because I was in a district that I didn't quite understand what every type of bar was, and they're very specialized. So you can click that and you can read the outside sign. One-click translation, speak English, and it's going to come out in Spanish. How are you doing today? ¿Cómo
¿Cómo
está?
está hoy?
Yeah, and it says it right out loud for you if you choose to have it say that out loud. What time is it?
¿Qué hora es?
¿Qué hora es? This is good for people that are just learning a language and want to get better. How cool is this? I'm definitely taking this on my next trip to China, Thailand, and Japan when I travel the world. Okay, now this is just easy to use, straightforward, and convenient. It's really lightweight, and it carries a big battery that lasts. I'm very happy with that. You can see the microphone, speaker, USB-C, everything easily accessible. There's your SIM card and your volume up and down. So they've got all the buttons you need for a high quality device that is going to make a difference in your world. Got your SOS mode, your ask for directions, your exchange rate. So say I'm in Tokyo and I want to know, well, how much is $10 in Tokyo? Let's see. 1,446 yen. And yeah, you can just change that to different exchange rates. So yeah, it could be in the United Kingdom for the pound. We could be in Denmark, Finland, pretty much all around the world. In Chinese, that's going to be 7.172. And yeah, the exchange rate is real important because somebody could be ripping you off if you don't have that. Then it shows you the time in your hometown if you want, and or the city you're currently in. So dual there. Common expressions. So that makes it easy for you to go ahead and select. Very cool there. And yeah, they've got a lot of cool stuff for you and a lot of cool stuff for me. All right, folks, if your question is, wow, and look at how good that crystal clear screen is, right? They've just done a great job making a very high quality screen. All right, folks, so again, if you're looking for something that can't be beat, this is a great device for you. You've got voice memo, chat, translation, listen mode, history, user guide, and one-click translation right there is in the history. And then we've got our settings, changing the network, the display, the SOS, the world clock, the system settings, and everything. This is my new favorite translation device because it works off and online, and I can use it anywhere, and it speaks for me. How cool is that? I think it's very cool.
Pienso que es muy genial.
Yeah. Pienso que es muy genial. All right, that's a great way to learn a language. Folks, go check this out. It's lightweight and affordable. Don't you dare miss it. Goodbye, my friends.